I always use the example of natural woman. If I was like, you make me feel like a natural woman. No soul. You gotta put the soul. You make me feel like a natural woman. Yeah, yeah, yeah. See?
Hey everyone, it's your girl Emily Curl with iHeartRadio, and welcome back to my virtual studio here in Brooklyn, New York. Today we're joined by celebrity vocal coach and artist Stevie Mackey. Hi Stevie, how are you?
What's up, Emily? I'm amazing.
It's so nice to see you. I can't wait to dive in. We have a lot to talk about. You have some new music coming out. But before that, we got to back it up a little bit, because for our audience who doesn't know, we have to tell them a little bit about who you are, what you do, because you have one hell of a resume. You're a vocal coach to stars like Selena Gomez, Lenny Kravitz, Fergie, Kelly Rowland, Chris Martin, J-Lo, JoJo. What would you say is the best part of your job?
Oh my goodness. The best part of my job is singing with my friends. That's what I want to do every single day. And that's the most amazing thing to me. I get to sing with people I love. And that's where I feel at home, just singing with people at the piano, jamming, having some good times. So that's definitely, you get to know someone so well when you can sing with them. And it's really cool because that's what they care about so much, and you get to just vibe with them. And it's just amazing. It's really cool.
On the contrary to that, what would you say is the most challenging part of your job?
That's a great question. I mean, you do have to deal with a lot of different personalities. A lot of personalities, you have to deal with everything. And I have to be the one who calms everyone down. I'm the calmer, downer guy. Like when things are tense, when there's anxiety, if you're nervous before the show, I'm the one that we just start laughing and playing and singing, and I bring the mood just where it needs to be so they can perform right. So it's not easy.
Oh, I can imagine. Like you said, especially working with so many different personalities.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now, of the list, you've worked with a ton of people. Is there anyone that you're dying to still collab with or work with that you haven't before?
Absolutely. I have like a list of people I want to work with. I mean, it starts with like Adele. I love Adele. I would love to coach her. I want to coach, let's see, Ariana. I love Ariana.
What do you think of Positions?
Oh, I've been jamming to that all week.
Same! Do you have a favorite on the album?
I've been jamming to that song. I love that song.
Now, I want to transition a bit and talk about you and your upbringing. So you grew up in a family of teachers and pastors, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I come from a lot of preaching, a lot of teaching.
Preaching and teaching. When did you first realize for you, like, okay, I'm going to go a little bit of a different route here?
When I got fired from doing everything else.
You're like, this is meant for me. Here we go. Doors are opening up.
I'm not that great at a lot of things, but I'm really good at what I do. So I tried to do other things. I love graphic design. That's what I went to college for. I got my degree in that. And I minored in vocal performance, and I realized after a while that that's what I want to do every day. I want to sing with my friends and help them become the best version of themselves and learn their voice. But yeah, my whole family sings, so I didn't even value singing that much growing up because everyone did it. So when I hit the real world and realized that people want to learn how to do this, it opened my eyes. That changed everything. And I said, oh, this is valuable. I'd love to do this. I would do it for free if I could. So that's when you know you have something special, I think.
Do you think that anyone who wants to be a singer, even if they don't necessarily have the skills, could be a singer?
Not everyone. I have to be honest with you. No, Emily, I would love to say yes, but some people just don't have, and it comes down really to the ear, how well you hear. If you can hear really well and mimic what you hear, I can make you a singer. I can work with that, but some people, it just doesn't register like that.
They're just sit straight over their head. They're like, no.
Yeah, it's just, they'll never.
That would be me. Honestly, Stevie, that would be me. Now, when it comes to your practice, what do you think it is about you and your classes that keep artists, and mega artists too, coming back to you?
I mean, I have to say I do something old, but in a very new way. I love stories, and I love people who sing from the heart. And so I try to take that. They already have a connection. they already have a connection with the people that love them and people that are learning them. So I take that little connection and I try to expand it and make it a stronger, I guess it's really nerdy, electric, power. I try to give them more power. Like, how can that expand? So I try to take what's already there, because I can't make you interesting. That's something that you got already or you don't. So, I take what's there and I make it, I just set it on fire so it just takes off. So that's important to me. And I use microphones all the time.
Really? You always sing with a microphone?
Yeah, I teach people how to sing on microphones because when you get on the big stage, it's important to already know how you sound with a mic and not to be afraid of it. So, I don't want you pulling back from it like, whoa, like that's my voice. I want you to know and be confident hearing your voice. So I think that's one of the major things that makes me a little unique. It's
interesting. I this one moment in an interview with you stuck out to me where you're talking about the difference between singing and then singing from the soul. And you did a little demonstration, and you're right. It's like, wait, that does make a big difference.
Yeah, exactly. I always use the example of Natural Woman. If I was like, you make me feel like a natural woman. No soul. You got to put the soul. You make me feel like a natural woman. Yeah. See?
Stevie, I'm fired up. You can't do that to me. What is it, a Thursday? That's like weekend vibes right there.
It's all in the soul.
But Stevie, let's talk about your music called The Most Wonderful Time, with a mix of original tunes and fan favorites. Have you always wanted to create a project like this?
Always.
Really?
Always.
Okay, tell me more.
I had it written down a long time ago. I wanted to make a Christmas album because I sound good singing Christmas music and I love Christmas. My best memories are Christmas. I grew up in church singing gospel, and it's important to me, and I just feel like that's home base for me. And if I was gonna ever start anything, it'd be a Christmas album. And boy, was this the year to start that. So
true. How did you decide what songs you were gonna put on the album, especially loving Christmas music and gospel music so much?
I love so many different types of music, and I think Christmas is the only time you can get away with putting this many genres on an album and everyone accepting that. Because Christmas music was developed over so many years and so many ages of music are stuffed into it. So from my love to hymns like Oh Holy Night and the standards and Mary Did You Know and the classic ballads to the very really cool Christmassy ballads like Let It Snow and The Most Wonderful Time of the Year. There's so many moments, so I feel like this is the album to really try to go for everything.
I always wonder with this, how important is it for you, the order of the songs that you choose?
Super important, because you're putting yourself in a place. Music takes you somewhere, and it doesn't take you to the studio. You want it to take you places, to your favorite places you grew up, places that you grew and found yourself. So some of them take me to church, and some of them take me to my college days or to my grandmother's house, and to or just hanging with my friends. Like, they take me to all these different places. So the album has to take you on a journey from start to finish.
I'm already feeling the flow. I'm not even listening to the album, but
you feel the flow. That's exactly what it is.
And now I want to talk on a more serious note. You're a very spiritual person, and in the midst of everything this year has brought, what's something that's been keeping you grounded, or something that you tell yourself on maybe the days that are extra hard?
I think the times we're living in right now teach us to be appreciative of the very small things that we take for granted every day. Just the little things, our pet, or going to the store, or having dinner together. And I also believe it teaches us to take it one day at a time. We've got to take life one day at a time and enjoy what we have, and to just really live. Nothing's guaranteed. Enjoy today.
Beautifully said.
See, I'm a preacher.
I was like, okay, I'm sold.
You're like, amen.
Amen to that. And now, is your studio in your house here? Like, do you have a studio now?
Yeah. In fact, I recorded like over half of the album from my home.
Really?
We were
How
in the middle
nice.
of quarantine. So the most interesting thing to me about this is that everyone turned in their parts from remotely from their homes. I had string sections, I had horns, I had full out organs and bands like turning in parts, recording from their home studios, sending everything in because we couldn't record together. So it was so interesting doing Zoom calls with people and like the strings playing and turning them in. Like it was just magical. And I think that's something that's going to be more common, but for a lot of them, it was their first time doing something like this. And they were like, hey, we'll try, we'll send the files, and it all just comes
And it all worked out well? It was like, totally fine?
That is my goodness, really, Emily, I'm gonna send you pictures later. My home studio is right here, and I'll show it to you later, but it's right here, like under my stairs. It's like a little booth I built under my stairs. It's really cool.
Does it also get Christmas decorations?
Oh, that turns into winter wonderland during Christmas.
Well, Stevie, we're so excited for you. I cannot wait to listen. But before we let you go, I thought we could play a quick game together if you're down.
Yeah.
Since you've worked with so many fun artists, I thought we could play a game called Most Likely To, where I'm going to tell you a scenario and you tell me who's most likely to do that. Who is most likely to make you laugh during a session?
Whew, that's a good question. I have to say JoJo.
Really? I could see JoJo being a hoot.
Oh my goodness. We have this chemistry, like we just look at each other and then just start laughing about something we're supposed to be serious. And then it's just a thing. It's hard to stop once that starts. So, yeah.
I love that. Who is most likely to be early?
Great question. I mean, every time I worked with like Lenny Kravitz is a very timely person, and it was just scary. I was like, whoa, I have to be super. He's
always
so
ready.
So ready, and I appreciate that so much. And to be honest, J-Lo is very timely.
Ooh.
When it comes time to work, she's very timely. When it comes time for the show, you know, she'll ease out there.
She needs her moment.
Just give her a little time. She has to do with the glam and all that. But
the queen
when
do
it
her
comes
thing.
time to work, she is she's like, baby, you're a few minutes late. I'm like, how did you even notice? Like, how did you were in your own quarters of the house. How did you even notice?
Maybe you're a few minutes late. That's so funny. Who is most likely to surprise you in a class?
That one has to go to Selena because she's so sweet. She's like, if I'm hungry, like she'll go in the kitchen and even like whip something up. Like she's just so sweet. She's so sweet. She's just like a homebody and just very loving. And
like cozy.
Yeah, it's just like, she's so sweet.
Okay, who is most likely to make you emotional?
That one has to go to Jennifer too. Jennifer is an emotional person. She sings from an emotional place, and she knows how to sing through everything in her life. She takes from real life and she'll say, let's sing about this, or I'm feeling this today, I'm feeling like this. And so she's very passionate about what she's singing about. Very
interesting. Okay, two more. Who's most likely to make you the most nervous?
Oh boy. Like my friends who like really, 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 really sing, like Amber Riley. Oh my goodness. Like when my friends that sing come around, they're like, oh, could you help me with my voice or warming up? I'm like, oh my goodness. Like Maxwell or Lenny too, like people I grew up hearing and their voices are familiar. Every time I work with Coldplay or even, Maroon 5 and like these bands that I know and I grew up listening to, when you hear their sound and it's just magical. Like Chris Martin in a room.
Oh, I can't even imagine.
And his piano is like, he has that classic piano, and I mean, it's just, he knows what he wants out of his sound, and it's just amazing. I learned so much just being in the room singing with these guys.
Okay, Stevie, last question for you. Who is most likely to jam out to your new Christmas album?
After my parents, I would have to say like my younger voice students. I want them to like party to it. And I also want to bring the old school songs from Christmas to them.
Ooh, so they have a new appreciation for it.
Yes, because those songs are never gonna die out. Like there's some classics that they just need to know.
Well, we need to get those trending on TikTok for sure, too.
Exactly.
Stevie, thank you so much. This has been so wonderful, so great to talk with you. We're so excited for you. And hopefully next time we'll get to see you in person.
I know. Thank you so much, Emily. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I know I would love to meet you one day. That would be really cool.
Yes! And for everyone watching, make sure you stream the most wonderful time. And Stevie, we will hopefully see you again very soon.
Thank you so much, Emily.
Of course, thank you. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here. And don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. Bye guys.